All right, chiropractic friends, I cannot tell you how excited I am to have you join me for today's historic moment. You are actually the very first audience that we have shown this to, and I can't tell you how excited I am. As we go through today, we're going to show you some epic opportunities for you to be able to just create an amazing moment in your practice. You know, there's a famous quote by Maya Angelou, and it goes like this: People will forget what you say, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I want you to remember that as we go through these slides today, because never before in the history of chiropractic have we ever had so many people speaking on our behalf. And that's what makes the incredible moment come true. So I'm going to share my slides with you, and we're going to go through and talk about optimizing performance with chiropractic care. And as I do that, one of the things that I want to always remember is being grateful. I'm grateful for you for showing up today, and I'm very grateful for these corporate sponsors. One of the people that makes this come true, ChiroSecure, and we cannot thank them enough for being partners with us in this journey to really showcase the benefits of chiropractic care on so many levels. Now let's get started. Speaking of levels, first and foremost, what are we doing at the foundation that's going to make a difference in your life? Remember, I am a chiropractor with you. So everything I do, I know that has to be done and make sense in your clinical practice. So as we reflect, this is a mirror of what am I doing to be the very best in my profession? And what is the foundation doing to make your dollars work for you? That's why we launched this first campaign on February 1st called Optimizing Performance with Chiropractic Care. It is absolutely aligned for the upcoming Summer Olympics. Yes, I know there's been a lot of things going on, but it will happen 2021. We will focus on the general Enhance Your Health campaign, but we are going to do something really special. And that is we're going to optimize performance using athletes organically. So I'm going to show you what that all means, because once you see it, I think you're going to get really excited, because I am excited about this. Many of you, if you're a member of the foundation, will have already seen this press release. This is the launch that we distributed to local media to encourage editorial coverage on how chiropractic enhances and optimizes performance and overall health. We share this information with you, and this is in your email box if you're a member, and please do look for it because it showcases a lot of what is coming up. These are testimonials from athletes. And as we go through, these resources are going to be something that you can share throughout the entire year. Now, why do I say it's historic? Because we've never had the top Olympic performers speaking for us. Now, you all know it's very easy for us to speak for us, but what really makes a difference is when they speak for us, because everybody loves an Olympic athlete. It motivates, it's inspiring, and really it changes the way you look at things. That's why we're doing this. Now, as we move through, we're going to show you some of those athletes that I just discussed. This is the first 3 posters, and you're one of the very first to see this. These first 3 posters of a total, okay, get ready for this, of 18 that are going to come out. I did say 18. No marketing company I know, no one in the chiropractic history has ever had 18 athletes speaking on our behalf. If that doesn't make you proud, I have a really tough audience here today, because when you see how they're talking about chiropractic, how it changed their lives, how we use this daily, this is where we need to be. Each and every one of us needs to put in the hard work to get this messaging out, because there's going to be people around the nation that are going to see these Olympic athletes and for the first time see chiropractic involved in optimizing performance. These people put their bodies into their work on a daily basis. If there's anybody to talk about chiropractic and how to use chiropractic to optimize health, these are the people to do it. Now, on the left, you're going to see Andre Casson. He is a 8-time world champion and a 5-time world record holder. Avad Moncur is a 2-time Olympic athlete for the 400 meter and a gold medalist. And then last but not least is Aries Merritt. He is a world record holder as well as an Olympic gold medalist. Is this exciting? I really think that our profession should be very proud. We already know how amazing our skill set is and the benefits that we bring. But let me tell you this, from the little teeny toddler up to the 100-centennial-old patient that we have in our practice, this is going to touch all their hearts. And you have no idea how this messaging is going to impact your community. That's why I need you to continue to help us push it out. The next slide shows you how do you do that, okay? How do I use these posters to be effective? The nice part is the quality of the information that I'm going to be giving you. You can print this at your local Walgreens, wherever they do the print posters in your neighborhood. And they can be then put in your clinic reception area. What might be really nice is if you sign a poster and give it to some of your younger high school students that come into your practice. Why? Because a special gift from their chiropractor, especially when it comes to optimizing their performance, could really touch them. Their Olympic dream might be right there. And I think it's a fun way to really share what you know and how important it is. Other things you can do is print and share as a flyer for your patients and have them on a clear stand. Take them to the high school. Maybe there's an opportunity to do a elementary school talk about being the best you can be with gold performance. And you can bring in these posters, give them away. Encourage your patients to like them on social media. And I'm going to share with you a little bit more about what that means. But I also would love to see you put them in a newsletter. If you're not doing a newsletter, please think twice about not doing it, because patients need to know you and they want to know more about what chiropractic offers. So if you could help them be the best they can be by really educating them, it'll be a win-win all the way around. Here is a video that I'm going to show you in just a moment. But before I do, I want you to do your homework. I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, you need to go to our Facebook page. You need to like this social media video. Then you need to comment on it, because that pushes us up in the algorithms. So we get more and more people coming to see our social media moments. Last but not least, now you need to share. So remember what I said, click on our Facebook page, like that video, then comment, and last but not least, share it. That's the optimum way for us to increase our optics around the nation. Now, I'm going to share with you one of these videos, which is really exciting. It's Dee Dee Trotter, and she is quite an amazing athlete. So let's just hear from Dee Dee how she feels about everything we do on a regular basis.
Hi, I'm Dee Dee Trotter, and I just want to tell you without a shadow of a doubt, chiropractic work played a huge part in the athlete that I was able to become during my 13 years of professionally competing. I was able to make 3 Olympic teams. I have 2 Olympic gold medals, a bronze medal, NCAA champion, USA champion. I have had such an amazing career, but none of it would have been possible were it not for the chiropractors I had on my team, helping me to always get the maximum out of every performance. If I ever showed up to a track meet and my chiropractor wasn't there, it was usually a stressful moment. I always wished I could just get a little bit more out of those races, and if they were there, I would have had just the right tune-up to get me right. And, you know, that's what chiropractors really do. They're really more like the mechanics for these machines. So I've been able to have such an amazing career thanks to them. And I really just can't thank them enough. So thank you guys for what you did to help me be my best.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this. Who gives you the opportunity to use a world record holder to showcase what we do? That's her words. The best part, we didn't pay her for this. These are her organic words telling the world about how she optimizes her performance, how Dee Dee Trotter became an Olympic athlete going into a gold medal performance. So I can't tell you how I feel about it. I hope you feel as excited as I am. Her winning 2 gold medals and a bronze in Olympic competition, and because she loves chiropractic. These pieces, these moments are what make the difference. Remember, I told you, Angela Mayo would say, it is about how you make them feel, that they will remember you. And these are the moments that people are going to remember. So we're just going to move past there. We're going to talk now about how to use those video testimonials. I want to remind you that these are easy to do. Just go to our Facebook, like, share, and comment. Remember, I asked you those 3 homework pieces you have to do to push these algorithms across the nation. Share these video files in a newsletter to your patients. Electronic newsletters are quick to do, but I'll tell you what, a lot of people love videos, and the younger generation loves videos. That's why YouTube is so successful. So these are the videos that are going to help encourage patients to see the value that we bring as professionals in the community of healthcare, and not just for pain. We know we are in an opioid epidemic, and unfortunately, we are seeing the drastic and unfortunate and somewhat just devastating numbers that an opioid epidemic layered with a pandemic can bring. So let's flip this up a notch. Let's get them inspired. Let's enhance their education by showcasing what gold medals look like and why chiropractics have to be synonymous with gold. I'm going to bring up gold again, so don't forget that. But as we move forward, these posters are all about you utilizing them effectively. So when you look at these and you start thinking about what am I going to do with this poster, that can be incorporated into a newsletter. These are beautiful. I mean, the posters themselves and the quotes that they have, remember, these are their quotes. There's one on here, Tony, you'll see, his quote is, chiropractic care helps me to reach my full potential as an athlete by enabling my body to run efficiently without the overuse of my energy system. He looks in this picture like a bird in my mind. I love this picture. And I hope that these posters will bring greater awareness. You can switch them out in your practice's front office. You can put them around the office as, move them around, keep people interested, keep your social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Wherever you are, these posters need to be. And to do that, we need to work together as a team. So look at the posters as they start coming out. Now I'm going to take you to a place no one has been before. We're going to take you backstage. What people don't recognize is that the foundation actually flew out to Los Angeles to be able to do this particular Olympic commercial. And while we were there, we had a behind the scenes moment with all of the athletes, the introduced to our film production. And our first thought was, this is a true story about chiropractic where an athlete, Dr. Erica Witter, came to the set. And, this was years back that she was an Olympic athlete. So I'll have to smile and tell you the behind the scenes story here because it is so impactful. We really didn't know how she was going to show up. Was she going to look like an Olympic athlete like she did in the good old days? Because it was years before. And so we had a body double behind the stage, just in case it didn't have the right shot. let me tell you this, she blew away the body double. She came not only in full form, you would never know that she's not still competing. She's had 2 children, runs a full-time practice. She is an amazing athlete. And when we saw her running down the street, I would swear to you that she was 20 years old. And after 2 kids and running a full-time practice and bringing athletes into her mix that are Olympians, that are looking to get that gold medal, it's such a beautiful story. So we know 2020 was when the Olympics were going to take place, but please join me in getting enthusiastic about the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Here's behind the scenes that I was talking to you about. There's Dr. Erica. She is quite a rock star in every way, shape, or form, giving of her time. She did this for you. She did this commercial with no aptitude for what's in it for me. It was all about making sure that people knew the benefits of chiropractic care. I want you to resonate for a moment on what I just said, because I think it's important. What people do for the profession, these athletes are doing for our profession. I want you to think about what you're doing to enhance the optics of chiropractic for the entire profession. It's not just all about what can the foundation do for me. It's not all about what the Olympic athletes can do for me. This is about you giving back to the entire profession. It can be really simple and just sharing this information, or it could be big, bold, brave, where you go out and you start making the media appearances. You start making the articles in your community to showcase how chiropractic is changing the way people optimize their health. That's where the critical component is here. Now, let me tell you a little behind the scenes story that happened to Dr. Erica. Running down those cement roads over and over again with the cameraman, took a beating on her ankle. In fact, she hit one of the cement cracks where part of the cement was up and the other part was down. Unfortunately, she strained her ankle very badly. And as a rock star, she tried to go on. And finally, she said, Dr. Sherry, can you adjust my ankle? And in a heartbeat, I was there for her so she could finish out the shots. But you can see in that bottom picture where she's setting up on the athlete, she was in pain. And she hung in there like a true champion, a true Olympic athlete. And that's why I think you needed to hear this behind the scenes story. It lightens the heart, it makes it more fun, but now you know what's really happening in the behind the scenes. This is her, absolutely beautiful in every way, shape, or form. And putting first things first, she put the profession first. And that's what makes a difference when we talk about how we're going to all rise together. And I believe this year in August, we will all have an amazing moment. I'm going to share with you why I think that's true in these F4CP updates. We're going to look at last year, the 2020 report. See, you have to know where you've been to know where you're going. And that's why I think you need to see the 2020 annual report. There's a link there that you can look at it. I want to share with you something that I'm very proud of, because it actually boosts every single chiropractor in the nation. In fact, in the world. We won a Telly Award for the amazing Olympic advertising that we did with that commercial I just spoke of. It's going to be played 30 seconds, 5 times during the Olympics. And while we have that ad, that was not all we were doing last year to work on optimizing our optics in healthcare. We actually had all of these press releases, and we won 3 awards. I don't know if you know that. The Telly Awards is a pretty high bar to set, but there are other awards there that really do mean a lot to the profession. This is about us being recognized for our gold standard performances of the best quality media opportunities possible. So if you would kindly see what the past looked like, so you can see what the future looks like, I think you'll be very proud of the dollars that you put into. Because remember, every dollar that goes into the foundation goes out in national marketing. And there is no other marketing campaign out there that can say that. supporting 43 state associations, 16 colleges, and there is 30,000 of you supporting us. So that's what's making the big difference in what we do and why we do it. Now, as we move forward, here is the Chiropractic Assistance Handbook. Why is this important? Listen, so many of you are forgetting the most important part of your clinic, and that's your staff. The patients come in and the first thing they see is the staff. And I wanted to see how we can connect the staff with marketing. And I want you to be able to appreciate and enhance your staff's education. One of the pieces, really simple, but so often forgot, is, are they answering the phone correctly? Are they greeting the patient properly? What are some of the negative things that they say they might not even know? Like, never say, example, never say you have to. Ask instead, will you please? Just simple things that we want everyone to remember as we promote our businesses to the community. Offering solutions, and then if they have to put a patient on hold, what does that mean and how do they accurately do that? These are just one of several. I think there's 40 or 50 pages. This book is amazing that is offered to our gold members. As we move through, educating our patients about fun and different variety of opportunities to do so, whether it's videos on social media, whether it's a brochure or a newsletter. But this adjusted reality is a fun and very educational and entertaining way to get them inspired about their health. This is a way for you to connect with your patients that are looking at podcasts every day and you didn't even know it. So now you can connect with them by sharing adjusted reality. This podcast is for the chiropractic patient, but more importantly, we're putting it out into the ethos to see who's going to connect with chiropractic next. The adjusted reality is trusted by the adjusted. You can listen to professional athletes, celebrities, actors, healthcare professionals, wellness experts, and influencers. This is how you make sure you're hitting them in the medium that they're at. And a lot of them are at podcasts right now. It's kind of like in the old days with the radio, but only you get to tune into the radio station you want to listen to. Many of you have never been involved with podcasts before. That's okay. Here's an example if you want to go on to our webpage, and you'll be able to actually see the video portion of the podcast, which is fun. That video portion, all you have to do is go to f4cp.org. You'll find it in our media section. And there you'll see the adjusted reality. This one right here is Adam Schaefer in Mind Pump, and he talks all about his fitness journey. Now listen, I would never do anything that would make a chiropractor uncomfortable. So we will never do something that I think would make you go, I can't share that with my patients. We're talking about health. We're doing it in a fun way. And sometimes they'll share their chiropractic stories with us, and it's beautiful because it's coming from them. And the listener gets excited and motivated. We have 5 stars on all of the podcasts so far. We have over 1,800 downloads, and we've barely been out for a month. We can't thank you enough. If you haven't listened, please join us. Adjusted Reality. You can find us on Apple, Google, Spotify, Buzzsprout, you name it, you can find us there. And if you happen to be new to podcasts and you're like, I don't really know how to utilize the Adjusted Reality podcast with my patients, I've got you. A lot of us have never used podcasts to share with our patients. Therefore, we have a tutorial. It's simple, it's easy. You can give it to your front desk, but please listen yourself, because that's the way you can share some of the tidbits that are out there. And we're talking amazing guests. Deepak Chopra talking about meditation. Adam Schaefer talking about his fitness journey in Mind Pump. The fittest man in the world is going to be on, Rich Froning. This is how you inspire and engage your patients. You can say, hey, did you hear the latest Adjusted Reality podcast, where I was talking to the fittest man in the world? If you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. You could even have little cards to share with your patients. Go to Adjusted Reality. The reason why, This pumps everybody up. This makes our community stronger. It bonds us together. It inspires us. It makes us smile. Isn't that what we all need? We need a bump up. We don't need a bump down. So please look at the Adjusted Reality podcast, see how you can share it with your patients, and I can guarantee you it's going to be a fun adventure for all of us. Now, last but not least, we all have to shine up our image. This is our new webpage, and it's a new look. Why do I bring up our new look? Because I'm going to encourage all of you to look at your practice and ask yourself, are you shiny and new, or are you dulling a little bit? Because together we can make a bright, shiny appearance to millions of Americans. But we have to do it with our best foot forward. So look at your practice and see what you need to do to really engage and make things look really clean, really strong, smart, and best foot forward. And that's why this webpage for us was an important next step. Be vibrant and be hip. And that's what we want the foundation to really put as their best foot forward. Now, we talked a lot about gold membership. Some of our colleagues are spending $400 to $500 a month on marketing campaigns that don't even come close to what the foundation is offering. Remember, we give back, we don't take. We give back the dollars that you spend with us, and it's best quality. We're putting out ebooks, infographics, white papers, press releases. 18 Olympic athletes are speaking for you, about you, and with you. So there is no other group that can match what we are offering you. If those Olympic athletes are going for gold, consider going for gold. $100 a month is putting back. It's an investment in our profession. To do better, we have to make changes. And one of the big pieces that I see with my staff is a quote. I'm going to summarize it by Thomas Jefferson. He said, "The harder I work, the luckier I get." I want to be really lucky in 2021. And if you're sitting out there watching this and you're seeing Olympic athletes speak on your behalf, I want you to invest in that next moment. And what does that look like as we go for gold? It means that you're being able to share the materials. It also means you care to invest in the foundation. And one last piece, as we go through and we look at the packages that are available for you, I want you to inspire your patients by knowing what you want to do in your practice. And so often we get caught up in the daily grind. This is the time to have fun, to enjoy what we do on a social media level. The pieces that are going to come into place in August during the Olympics, 204 million people are going to be watching the Olympics. 5 times we're going to inspire them with a 30-second video. They're going to go to find a doctor if they want a chiropractor. Are you going to be in our Find a Doctor directory, or are you going to miss out on your gold? Because I will tell you this is the year to make a big difference. And the only way we can do it is if you're with me. If we unite as a full, strong, big, brave, beautiful profession. That's what going for gold is today. I hope you'll join me and go for gold. Thanks so much for all you do. Next week, you'll have your ChiroSecure speaker. Please come back and join us, because so much of what you do in your practice is just sharpening the saw and being the best you can be. All the best to you.